Hey, I wanted to spend a little more time on something I brought up the other day in my Give a Minute around being with whatever your actual current experience is, your authentic experience of life is right now, especially in these times. And I'll just share myself. What I noticed this week was this overwhelming experience of rage. Nothing happened. There was no instigating event. I just started to notice in my body this experience of rage. And I thought, okay, just be with it. What is it communicating? What is it telling you? Let's look underneath. And I know perhaps in the past my tendency would have been to judge it as wrong and bad, and oh, that means you're not operating in faith. That means you're not being transformational enough. That means whatever, that there was something wrong. And instead, what I did was I listened to the rage and I just began to wonder, what was the rage about, or what was it communicating? What was it telling me about some of the beliefs that underpin that experience? And what occurred for me is an overall experience of powerlessness. And I imagine that's something that we can all relate to in life, and especially right in this time when there are specific things that we don't have power over, which are probably the things we don't have power over anyhow, for the most part, right? Not everything. And really looking at, well, what do I have power over? What is in my sphere of influence or control right now? Where do I have agency? And I recognize that feeling of powerlessness, which is familial and historical and real for me, and as I'm sure it is for you, instead of letting that take me out, I decided to let it draw me into what is it now that I get to choose? What is it now that I have control over and agency over? And I'm left with, as Viktor Frankl said, it's the ability to choose your attitude in any set of circumstances. So even though I was experiencing rage underneath, covering up the powerlessness, I was able to look at it as a resource. And it was a resource in this way. It helped me see where I am. It helped me create a path to what's next. It illuminated an aspect of, I think, just the human experience that we can all relate to and we're all struggling with, especially right now in this season. And I offer it to you today really as an encouragement and a beacon of hope, that wherever you're at, whatever you're noticing is going on for you, instead of judging it, instead of trying to fix it, instead of making it wrong or bad, just be with it. Be with it. Ask yourself, what else? What else is there? What else is being communicated? And allow that inquiry to draw you deeper into what you do have and what you can control and what's next. And what are some choices that you can make right here and right now to move forward with hope and with grace and with generosity?